Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Good morning, Periscope. Good morning. Good morning, Facebook Live. Good morning. This is LaShonda Lee. I am your host today of the Morning Glory Show, where we know in the morning all things are new, right? We have new opportunities. We have new grace, definitely new mercy, right? We have new opportunities to just make our life wonderful today. So listen, if you gotta live this day anyway, why not live the day spectacular? Why not live the day in peace? Why not live the day in joy? Why not live this day in victory? Listen, you have a choice. You have a choice. You can live today miserable, worried, fearful, doubtful, disappointed, discouraged, bombarded, beat up, downtrodden. If that's the way you want to live this day, hey, go ahead. It's your choice. But I promise you that you will feel better. You will look better, right? And you will attract attractive people if you decide to walk this day with authority, if you decide to live today in peace, if you make a decision that regardless to whom or what, you're going to have joy, you're going to have peace, and you're going to have contentment. So I say welcome. Again, welcome to the Morning Glory Show, where in the morning, all things are new. Hey, Latoya, all things are new. So listen, I want to know, what are you grateful for right now? Before we get into the topic, while you all are chiming in, go ahead and just type in the comments, what are you grateful for? If you are on Facebook Live, type what are you grateful for today. If you're on Periscope, go ahead and type what are you grateful for today. And listen, if you happen to catch this video via replay, I still want you to type in what are you grateful for today, because you will be amazed at how just expressing gratitude can change the energy that you walk through this day. So make sure that you write what it is that you are grateful for. Listen, I invite you to make comments today throughout the broadcast. I invite you to say out your amen today throughout the broadcast. I invite you to raise your hand today throughout the broadcast, because guess what? Today's topic is, it is all about the prize. It's all about the prize. At the end of the day, it is all about the prize. And if you haven't already done so, Periscope, share this broadcast. Facebook Live, share this broadcast, all right? It's all about the prize. Listen, how many of you all used to eat Cracker Jacks? How many of you all used to eat Cracker Jacks? Listen, I ate Cracker Jacks. I love me some Cracker Jacks, right? When I was a little girl. But let me ask you a question. Hey, Miss Mac, thank you so much for the hearts. Y'all, I love hearts. I love the thumbs up. So Facebook, give me some hearts. Give me some love. Show me some love. Periscope, show me some love. Listen, I like Cracker Jacks. I used to eat Cracker Jacks. It's growing up, I love Cracker Jacks. Anytime we went to the grocery store, I was like, can I get some Cracker Jacks, right? And so here's the deal. How many of you all still like Cracker Jacks today? Be honest. Breakthrough, you're happy for breakthrough. Amen. How many of you all still like Cracker Jacks today? Listen, here's the thing. Now, make no mistake about it. I love the caramelized popcorn. I love the sugary taste on my tongue. And you know what? I really enjoyed when they had the popcorn and the peanuts merged together, glued together, right? Oh man, that was the best, right? But here's the thing. Now listen, I know you were excited about that popcorn and those peanuts and that caramel flavor and that taste. But if you want to be honest, you was also excited about that prize. The time you said, I like food, you were also excited about that prize that you knew was in the inside of the box. Am I right or am I wrong? I know I'm right. Of course you were. I was too. And here's the thing. But isn't it funny that you literally had to eat all of the contents in the box in order to get to the prize, right? They didn't put the prize at the top. They didn't put the prize at the top of the box. They put the prize deep down at the bottom of the box. See, they made you work for it, right? They made you work for it. They said, if you want it, you're going to have to do something in order to get it, right? But guess what? It wasn't a problem. We were willing to do what we needed to do to get that little bitty prize that they had in the bottom of the Cracker Jack box, right? We was willing to do exactly what we needed to do in order to get the prize. Why? Because it was all about the prize. It was all about the prize. Now today you know that we're not just going to be talking about Cracker Jacks, right? All right, I just want to make sure. Now here's the thing. The prize really wasn't all that spectacular, was it? But it was a prize. It was a gift. I mean, maybe it was a little shiny object or something like that. It wasn't real spectacular, but it was a prize. It was a gift, and we wanted it. We did what we had to do to get it. So with this in mind, my brothers, with this in mind, my sisters, what are you willing to do in order to take advantage, in order to experience, in order to taste, and in order to enjoy the prize that God has for you? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to grow? Are you willing to stretch, right? Are you willing to change your ways that don't serve you? Are you willing to pick up new habits? Are you willing to forge an authentic relationship with God? Are you willing to get an intimate and personal relationship with God? Are you willing to stop doing the things that you know He does not want you to do? Are you willing to pick up the things that He wants you to do? Are you willing to get rid of the things that do not please Him in your life so that you can get the prize? So that you can have the prize. And one thing that I know is the prize that God has for you, it is spectacular, it is gratifying, it is life-changing, it is rewarding, it is abundantly above what you could even ask or imagine. But the question is, are you willing to dig deep, like you was willing to dig deep in that box of Cracker Jacks? Are you willing to dig deep in order to get the prize that God has for you? Let me share what Paul said. Let me show you what Paul was willing to do to get the prize. And you can find this in Philippians, the 3rd chapter, verses 13 and 14, right? Let me tell you what he says. He said, brothers and sisters. He didn't leave out anybody, did he? He said brothers and sisters. He didn't leave out anybody. Just in case if he just said brothers, maybe the sisters like, he ain't talking to me. Or if he just said sisters, maybe the brothers say, he ain't talking to me. But Paul said, brothers and sisters, share this broadcast. Look, if you ain't already clicked that little man to share this broadcast, shame on you. Share this broadcast. Stop playing. He said, brothers and sisters, I know. I already know, he says. I know, and I'm reading the New Century Version, okay? This New Century Version to me is like real straightforward. It's almost like, you know, hey, you can't make a mistake. You're going to understand this. He says, brothers and sisters, I know that I have not yet reached that goal. All of us can say that. We haven't reached the goal. We haven't gotten to a peak, right? We haven't done everything that we supposed to do, when we supposed to do it, how we supposed to do it. We ain't got there yet. But he says, look, I know I haven't reached the goal. He said, I ain't even kidding myself. I'm not even fooling myself. I understand what my reality is right now. He says, I know that I have not yet reached that goal. But there is one thing that I do, that I always do. He said, I always do. Like every single time, this is the thing I always do. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I always do this. He says, forgetting the past, and I want to stress the and. He says, I forget the past and I strain. He said, and strain towards what is ahead. I keep trying to reach the goal and get the prize for which God called me through Christ to the life above. Did you hear that? He said, I forget the past and I strain towards, I press towards what is ahead. I keep trying. He said, I don't let up on this thing. I don't give up on this mission. I don't abort this calling. I keep trying. Even when I make a mistake, I keep trying. Even when I fall short, I keep trying. Even when it don't look good, I keep trying. Even when it doesn't feel good, I keep trying. I keep trying to reach the goal and get that prize. He's like, listen, ain't nobody gonna keep me away from this prize. This mine, it has my name written on it, right? It is signed, sealed, and delivered to me. There is no question that that's my prize and I want it, right? He said, so he wants the prize that God has for him. And so the first thing he said, he forget the past. Why is it so important for us to forget the past? Why is it important to forget the past? First of all, when you forget the past, you literally let go of the damaging experiences that the past has sucker punched you with, right? You let go those damaging experiences that literally are holding you hostage and preventing you from moving forward. That's why you need to forget the past. You need to forget the past so you can heal from that stuff. You cannot heal from a thing that you keep on talking about. You cannot heal from a thing that you keep on rehearsing in your head. You cannot heal from a thing that you just won't let go. And so you got to forget the past so that you can heal. Why else do you need to forget the past? You need to get the past so that you don't restrict yourself. You know, sometimes our limiting beliefs are not current and present limiting beliefs. They are limiting beliefs that we adopted 10, 15, 5 years ago. So guess what? They're not serving us today. They're limiting us. So therefore, they are restricting. So you need to let go of the past so that it does not restrict you. And here's the other thing. You need to let go of the past because you cannot change it. If you show me you can change the past, then maybe I'll think about it. But from what I know, you can't change the past. So why are you allowing it to direct your future if you can't change the past? Why let it change your future when you can't change it? That's why you need to forget the past. Here's the other thing. When you look at your car, have you noticed that the rear view mirror is smaller than the windshield? Have you noticed that? Hey, Sheila. Look, Sheila, we have had a blast on this broadcast thus far. So listen, make sure that you stick with us during the live, but I encourage you to go back and watch the replay and then share the broadcast. And so here it is. You know, the windshield is much larger than the rear view mirror. Why? Because we should be pressing forward. We should be stretching forward. We should be looking forward. Forward should have the majority of our attention. You know what? We can learn from the past. We can learn a lesson from the past. But guess what? You would do more with your present in your future than you can ever do with your past because you can't change it. But here's the other thing. The reason why you should forget the past is because the past can have you complacent. You know, you can marvel over all the past success that you've had, but what are you doing right now? Janet Jackson said, you know, there used to be a time when you would do this for me, but what have you done for me lately? You know, do you ever hear those people that say, I used to do, I used to be, I used to have? And you may not say this to them, but in your mind, you're thinking, yeah, but what about today? What are you doing today? Who are you today? What do you have today? Right? And so the reason you need to forget the past is because it can cause you to be complacent. So here's the thing. The second thing Paul said is I strain towards, and I'm using the New Century Version, okay? And so what does it mean to strain? What does it mean to strain, you all? It means to make a great effort. Bam, that is just hot right there. It means to make a great effort. Paul says, I make a great effort to press towards and move ahead. I make a great effort to get the prize that God has for me. I make a great effort to get my goal. I make a great effort. And so Paul is saying, I make a great effort towards the goal and the prize that God has for me. Why? Because it is worth it. It's worth it. An abundant life lacking in nothing is worth it. A life of peace and happiness is worth it. A life of joy and contentment is worth it. A life that God says, I will give you the desires of your heart, it's worth it. That's why I make a great effort to move towards the goals that God has for me. And so therefore, brothers and sisters, I'm not leaving out anybody, because I know the men listen. They've already told me that they listen. And I already know the sister girls, the sisters in success, my girl power. I already know that you're listening. So therefore, brothers and sisters, I impart on you the desire to make a great effort towards the life that God has for you. I advise you to make a great effort towards the life that God has for you, because it is abundant, lacking in nothing. Talk about having a smile on your face every day. Not because things are so great, but because you are attached to the one who is so great. And when you know better, you do better, right? So here's the thing. Make a life, make it your commitment, make it your heart's desire to live a life that pleases God. Why? Because at the end of the day, it is all about the prize. It's all about the prize, right? And so listen, enjoy this day. Make this day great. Make a great effort to press forward, to strain forward, to move forward in the life that God has for you, because it is all about the prize. So listen, I invite you to join me back here at 12 o'clock noon Central Time, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because this morning, we dealt with the spiritual, right? At noon, we're going to deal with the natural. I'm going to teach you how to make this a reality in your life, because it's one thing to know what to do, but it's a whole nother thing to do it, because it's only in the action do you see the results. People may say, LaShonda, it's not easy to forget the past. You don't know what my past consists of. If it's that bad, you should want to forget it. Right? If it's that bad, you should want to forget it. You should be trying to box it up and give it away. Put it in the garbage dumpster. Burn it up, right? But at the end of the day, we do have some deep wounds that affect us to the core. And so I want to share with you how to begin the process, how to effectively and efficiently begin the process to forget the past and press towards the goals that you have for your life, so that you can have better communication with your family, so that when you wake up in the morning, you already know that you are victorious regardless to what comes your way, so that you can find yourself in a happy state, so that you can find yourself in a peaceful state, so that you can look around and see that your life has meaning and that your life has purpose, so that you will see that, guess what, my life is good, I'm grateful, I'm thankful. Listen, I get up when I want to get up. Right? If you're an entrepreneur, you can do that. But if you got a job, you better get up so you can get to work. But just so that you can live a life that you truly, absolutely desire. Think about it. What is it that you want to see in your life? Do you want to see happiness? Do you want to see marriage? Do you want to see financial freedom? I mean, what do you want? Because at the end of the day, you can only be the one to define success for yourself. So what do you want? I want to show you how, if you really forget the past and really press towards the goal, which that means you got to have some goals, right? Then guess what? It'll be easy to forget the past. It'll be easy. You would chalk them up as learning experiences. You would chalk that up as training. You would chalk that up as preparation. Because remember, the Lord said, I ain't trying to hurt you or harm you. I just know the plans that I have for you. So see, you will chalk that up as lesson learned and keep it moving. All right, so join me back here at 12 o'clock. Share this broadcast. Stop playing. Share this broadcast. So join me back here at 12 o'clock. And listen, if you are in the Kansas City area, the Kansas City metropolitan area, this Saturday, I am hosting a brunch for us ladies. And I would invite you to come. It's at Cinzetti's, right? And you all know Cinzetti's is marvelous, has amazing food, and the price is absolutely ridiculous that you could get all of that for such a great price. Shannon, hey, Miss Shannon. And so listen, I know you just joined, girlfriend, but I need you to go back and I need you to watch this replay. And if you are in your office, I promise you, you're probably going to be shouting. If you're at home, you're going to be shouting, right? Because it's all about the prize. It's all about the prize. So do me a favor, everybody. Share this broadcast. Join me back here at 12 o'clock so that I can give you the natural, how you can really implement this into your life. And then if you're in Kansas City, make sure that you attend the bruncheon, all right? Make sure you the bruncheon. Did I say bruncheon? Did I just make up a word? I made up a word, you all. Bruncheon. Attend my bruncheon this Saturday at 12 o'clock at Cinzetti's. Meet me there. Let's have some fun together. Let's talk. Let's plan. Let's do some great stuff while we eat, right? I made up a word, bruncheon. Bruncheon. All right, I'm done. All right, I love you all. Have an incredible day. God bless you. Don't forget, 12 o'clock p.m. Central, right? 1 p.m. Eastern. Come right back here. Join me. Love you guys. Bye now.